Alright, hello everyone, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be doing some ladder matches. We're going to be grinding for the pro race. We're going to make sure we're top 20 on both factions. For those of you who don't know what the pro race is, it's very similar to a regular race, but instead of it being 10 players, it's the top 100. And as you can see, the rewards are higher. So the lowest reward is 2 epics, and the top reward up at the top 20 is 2 colossals for each player. So we're going to be trying to get top 20 with both factions. And we're going to play a few games, 2 to 3 games with a few different meta decks. So we're going to start with the dog sniper deck. So I'm playing, basically the way this deck works is missile, sniper, dog, pitbull, and then you have 2 slots free. And you can play almost any commander. I wouldn't recommend Solomon with this deck, but the other 3 commanders are all good choices. I've decided to go for Predator so I can fight Scorpions better, and then Orca Bomber so I don't lose to Giga Cannons and MLRS. So these 2 slots can really be almost anything. The way my deck is built makes it a little bit weak to air, because I only have pitbulls and missiles, but it makes it stronger against ground things, and most people's decks are ground based. We're going to play 2 or 3 games with this, then we're going to move on to a different GDI deck, and then we'll do about 5 or 6 games with Nod as well.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, so we're going to open with dogs. Generally speaking, the sniper deck wants to open dogs. Generally, your build order most games is going to be dog, dog, sniper, pitbull. That's generally where you end up going. So he has put his harvester on that patch, which means he's probably going to try and double harvester. So because he's going to try and double harvester, I'm going to keep the missile charging. And I'm going to make a 3rd dog squadron so that I can harass his missiles. And then we're going to go snipers. Yep, there's the 2nd harvester. We're going to put this dog over here. Put these dogs here. I'm going to make a pitbull because he's always going to go air. People always respond with air to the snipers. And then we'll take out this Talon and then harass this Harvester. Alright, so he's made an Orca and boosted it. It's very aggressive. We're going to run away. We do lose the Pitbull, obviously. And we're going to need missiles because this Orca's going to reload. Alright, so there goes the Orca. Should take this first missile pretty easily. Always going to take first missile pretty easily against a double Harvester deck anyway, so it's not a big deal. I'm going to try and harass this Harvester down whilst continuing to charge the missiles. Alright, there's a Disruptor. We're going to make Orca Bomber. Alright, we'll take out the Disruptor and try and get the Harvester as well. Didn't get either, sadly, but the Pitbull should be able to clean up. There's some zones. We've got snipers already for them. And we win pretty easily. Alright, cool. Not a great double harvester map. Disruptor also not a very good unit.
Objective complete. 3, 2, 1.
Alright, so we're going to open dogs as usual. He's switched to Liang now. Go Harvester, see what he's up to. He's gone Rifles. We're going to try and block him from getting on the pad because we don't want him to stall in case he's double Harvester again. I make a 2nd dog. And we'll just keep charging for now. Kinda looks like he's not going to go double Harvester, so I'm actually going to... Yeah, he's charging, so I'm going to stall a little bit. Drone Swarm. Okay, so we're going to go Pitbull. Probably a preemptive Drone Swarm expecting me to go Snipers. I just didn't go Snipers. Don't really need to. He hasn't put enough pressure on. Unless he goes double missile, I don't need to make Snipers. Because the dogs can handle it. Yep, okay, there's the 2nd Harvester. We're going to pull this dog back and start charging. We're going to get a Predator and go after his Harvester. He's probably going to make an Orca. Doesn't make an Orca yet. Okay. Alright, pretty quick missile, about a minute. Then the Predator at his Harvester, and then we'll go Snipers.
Building online.
Predator can juke around the harvester and probably kill it. Maybe not. Not with the Orca defense. Alright, we're gonna run away. Send the Pitbull to kill off this harvester. I guess we'll get missiles for the Orca. And we'll try and juke such that he shoots at the Pitbull and then wastes some missiles on dogs. We didn't quite get it, sadly. No big deal. We'll just keep making Pitbulls for now. Pitbulls and missiles.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
Then we're going to move these missiles onto this pad because it holds better. And then we'll just take out the drone and the Orca. And that should be a very easy second missile.
Launched. Mission accomplished.
Katajon says, why delay the missile? Could he steal last minute? Yeah, the reason I was delaying a little bit, Katajon, is because I have snipers. My deck is a little bit more expensive. He can gain early game position by tech switching. And if I tech switch into snipers, I've spent all my money. So I wanted to delay a tiny bit just so I could go into snipers and still be safe.
3, 2, 1. New objective received.
Alright, so we're going to go dogs first and start charging. And harvester. See what he's up to. Nothing yet. Alright, laser drones. So we're going to have to save. We'll go straight into Pitbull.
Unit ready.
Alright, so we're going to need to get 2 Pitbulls and stack them up, fight laser drones.
Unit lost.
And then we want a Liang drone. Liang drone makes Pitbulls basically just ignore laser drones. Some lasers. Now this is obviously a bit of a problem for me because the Liang drone was so expensive. I can't tech switch into snipers. So we're going to have a bit of a problem here.
Unit ready. Nuclear missile launched.
Yeah, we do lose the first missile,
Major structural damage received.
which is usually a bad sign against Midnight Nation because he often plays Cyborg Flame Tank. Alright, so we get snipers out.
Unit lost.
Report moving to position. Sniper team.
There's a tick tank. Alright, so we're probably going to need to get into Orca Bomber. The tick tank.
Unit ready. Unit ready.
We need to protect our Pitbull. We need to protect our missiles from the Venom.
I'm on it. Ready for
Alright, it's looking pretty bad. I think we're dead here.
Unit ready. Unit
Can't get on this pad. Yeah, we're dead.
launched. Unit lost. Our
Probably
base
should have
has
teched
been
into
destroyed.
missiles instead, but missiles are just so bad against lasers and against laser drone Venom.
Three, two, one. New
Alright, so we're gonna go
objective
dogs first. Get on the pad. He's gone missiles, so we're gonna make him second dog because he's gone missiles before harvester. Okay, he's gone double missiles before harvester. We're gonna still make our harvester because I feel pretty safe against some missiles. We should easily have time to stall with our dogs. Oh, now he's jump jet rushing as well. Okie dokie. We're gonna set up dogs in defensive positions. Get some damage on these jump jets.
Unit lost.
Just gonna keep spamming dogs until we can afford snipers.
Building online.
So we're pretty close now. There's snipers, and then we'll pull the harvester back to try and keep it alive.
sniper team.
He's invested quite a lot in this rush. Okay, there we go. So we prevented the rush. We're gonna stand near the harvester with the snipers in case he sends some more jump jets to try and kill it. And we're gonna go and check if he has a harvester. He does, and he's also got a drone swarm.
Ready for moving out.
So we'll get a pitbull and run our snipers away. And we'll move our snipers up with our pitbull. And I'm going to Liang drone my harvester at some point
Engaging.
when I feel like I have enough money lying around. Need another pitbull for now.
Unit ready. Unit lost.
Alright, let's Leandro on the
Unit
harvester.
ready.
There's an Orca bomber, that was quick. We're gonna run away from the Orca bomber.
Unit
And then we're gonna
lost.
just go missiles and send them
Unit
down.
ready.
2 pitbulls should kill this drone swarm in time. Yep. And we'll get the missiles, start killing the Orca bomber, and send another pitbull down there. Need to try and stall the missile without taking too much damage from the Orca bomber.
Unit lost.
Cool. I did it. Orca bomber down.
Lost.
Snipers to kill the jump jets, pitbull to kill the drone swarm.
Unit ready.
And the snipers down here.
Warning. Enemy
The iron
fire
cannon, alright, we'll back up from that. And get back on the pad as soon as we can.
Unit
Another pitbull.
Warhead cancelled.
Pretty difficult map for my deck. My deck doesn't want to be playing on 2 separate pads, it wants to be playing in a single location. Whereas he has jump jets and drone swarm.
Nuclear weapon
Alright, cool. So we do take the missile, and he goes for a second harvester, which will start harassing immediately. Probably just going to make my own Orca bomber here, I've got a lot of money.
Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit lost.
I'd like to kill off my own dogs as well.
Unit
Just
lost.
eating up Popcat.
Enemy ion
Alright, see, iron cannon's just a pitbull, don't really care about that. Gonna make another Orca bomber. Makes a hammerhead. Alright, so we're gonna get some pitbulls. Run this Orca bomber away, get a pitbull up here, get this pitbull to chase as well. Alright, I'm gonna need snipers up top for these jump jets.
Unit lost.
I need to spam pitbulls bottom.
Ready.
Get the snipers on the jump jets.
Unit ready. Unit lost.
Another Orca bomber. They're annoying.
Unit lost. Unit lost.
Snipers down here, send some pitbulls up top. Gonna use a Leandro to stall this top pad if I can. Don't know if I'm gonna have time. Nah, I didn't have time. Rip. Alright, so he's playing a double harvester Borka spam strategy, which is pretty good against me with the jump jet support.
Unit lost.
It's difficult for me to beat jump jets with anything but snipers, and it's hard for me to keep enough pitbulls near the snipers.
Unit lost.
We are gonna need more snipers.
Unit lost.
Double harvester strategy is also traditionally very good on 2-pad maps.
I'm on it.
He's probably waiting until I charge up the missile and then Borka spam. Yep, there's a Borka. We're going to trigger it early. Try and avoid it doing too much damage to me. We'll Leandro and these 2 pitbulls and go after the Borka. And we'll have a sniper and a pitbull on both pad. Alright, this Borka's going to come back in pretty soon. Looks like it's going bottom instead, which I think is good for me. And we take the missile. Pretty close one.
Unit
Pretty
lost.
tough. Not a great map for my deck.
Mission accomplished.
But we did get there in the end. Okay, now we're going to do some games with the Suzaku Gdi, which is the rifle, missile, pitbull, APC, drone, Orca. I choose to play Liang with this deck, although Suzaku usually plays strong arm. I think Liang is just so strong right now. I prefer Liang, and also it's insane with APCs.
3, 2, 1. New objective available.
Alright, so we go rifles first with this deck. Gonna go scout and get on the pads.
Harvester
He looks like he's opening double harvester because he's moved to the secondary harvester spot. Yeah, he's blocking us to make sure we can't stop him getting the harvester. That's fine, we don't even care that much, we just want to charge the pads. We're just gonna get some more rifles and move on to the pad. He doesn't actually know what our unit is yet. He might think it's dogs because we've been playing the dog deck against him earlier. Yeah, he goes missiles first, probably thinking we're playing dogs, but we're not. We've switched back.
Building online.
Now we'll go for a Pitbull to harass. He'll probably go into Drone Swarm as well pretty quickly, so that's another reason to go Pitbull early. Talon. Well, close enough. I thought it was going to be Drone Swarm, but it was Talon. Okay, so we block him from getting to getting any stall. Fire the missile as quickly as possible. And then we'll go harass his harvesters. Let's get some missiles to protect from this Orca. No! Ah, I misclicked. Let him get the Pitbull by accident. Not too big a deal though. I want to keep charging this missile. Okay, there's a disruptor, so we're going to go into Orca.
Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit lost.
And it looks like he might be going for a base rush, I'm not sure. So we'll double Orca to kill this, and then we'll make Pitbulls for the Talon.
Unit lost.
Oops, a little bit of misclick there.
Unit ready. Unit lost.
And pretty easy win.
Launched. Enemy base destroyed. 3.
Alright, so with the APC deck, we're going to open the rifles,
Received.
head towards the middle. And then we're going to go Harvester. We'll see what he's up to. He's got Harvester dogs. So we're going to back up and we're going to make a missile, and we're going to get missile plus rifle to fight his dogs. Missiles do enough damage to dogs that a rifleman squad will finish off each model per missile. So you effectively kill one dog per missile trooper shot by virtue of having rifle support, as you'll see here. So one dies, another one dies, another one dies. This is a very effective way to take down 2 dogs with a missile and a rifle. So he's gone Rhino, that's going to beat my barracks, so we're going to go straight into Pitbull. And then he goes for jump jets, so we're going to micro around, try and block the jump jets from getting to the Pitbull. Then we're going to get Rifleman and Pitbull to go up. Need to get onto the pad before he can stop us. Alright, nice, we did it.
Warhead cancelled.
And now we just need to get more Riflemen onto this bottom pad. I might actually just go Drone Swarm, because then he can't block us. We'll get Drone Swarm and head over there. Block this Pitbull if we can. Didn't get the block. Bad. We need an Orca. We'll get that. Send that over here.
Unit
I mean,
lost.
another Drone Swarm. I don't know if we're going to get on this pad in time. Looks like just about. Yes, nice. Although this Orca is in trouble, so we're going to need to move away from the Pitbulls and get missiles. We lost the Orca. That means we're going to lose the missile almost certainly. You really want to be the guy going War Factory and a GDI mirror. And he went War Factory and I went air, which is a mistake. I should have just been using Pitbulls. Okay, so we lose first missile due to misplaying. I think we should have just not gone air when we did. So now we're looking to set up APCs. His deck has jump jets and mine has APC, so chances are my deck is more powerful in the late game than his. It looks like his deck's very cheap. So the longer we can get this game going, the better. So we're going to park an APC on each pad. Looks like he might have gone double halve. In which case I definitely don't have a stronger late game. Oh no, sorry, that's the natural position where the harvester moves after it runs out. Never mind, it's not double half. Okay, so we're going to move the APCs up, get blocks. Stop him getting on this top pad. Looks like he's going after my harvester. Block that. Okay, so we get second missile. He goes jump jets. Not a big concern for me. The APCs should take care of those. And we're actually going to move our APCs back 1 tile. The reason for this is I want to put a Liang drone behind them. I want it to heal both of them and not be open to attack. So we're going to set up this APC fortress. And then we're going to defend it against what he has. Oh, it's a mammoth tank. Okay, that's pretty awkward. So we're going to run away from the mammoth tank. I guess he is double harvester then. And we're going to need to spam orcas on the mammoth tank. It's going to be very difficult to win this game if he has mammoth tanks. But we're going to give it a go. Oh, there's a second mammoth tank. That's pretty scary. Alright, so we're going to spam the crap out of orcas. I've still got quite a lot of money, so I can afford a few more orcas. I need pit bulls for the Talon as well, because I need to keep the orcas alive.
Unit lost.
We're going to need pit bulls and orcas.
Unit ready.
Alright, so we've taken out first 2 mammoth tanks. It looks like we're going to fire this missile. Alright, cool. We beat 2 mammoth tanks. Feels good, man. Feels good. We had a lot of spare cash when the mammoths came out, so...
Objective complete.
Yeah, the APCs held long enough for the orcas to do the job. Obviously, the mammoths were level 11, which helped a lot. Like, the mammoths were 2 levels lower than the orcas, so I think they died in 1 less orca volley. But that is the nature of ladder. Alright, so now we're up against Suzaku, playing the Suzaku Gdi. This should be interesting. I believe he's playing a, like, triple air tick tank deck. So he's going to open rifles. If you're going to both be opening rifles, it's often a good idea to open rifles before Harvester to get defensive position. But on a 2-pad map like this, there isn't a real true defender's position because both players can just move to the other pad like this. Even if he was on this bottom pad when I made my rifleman, I could just move to the top pad and he couldn't stop me. So we're going to look to stall because we're GDI and he's Nod. So I want the game to go on a little bit longer. Yeah, see, he knows this, so he's charging. He's gone 3rd rifle, I'm going to go 3rd rifle as well. He's going to go into Venom, probably. Normally I'd go air. In fact, I am actually just going to go air because his deck is very weak to Drone Swarm in the early game. He doesn't have bikes, so he has to use Phantom to fight Drone Swarm. So I'm going to go Drone Swarm quickly. He's probably going to also just go air and use air to fight my infantry. So we're just going to have a air war. Wow, he goes into a very early Phantom. I'm okay with this. I've only spent 20 on my Drone Swarm. This allows me to effectively tech switch into all 3 of my buildings cheap. Because he's had to spend so much on his Phantom. And now we just want to make Rifleman to fight his lasers and his Rifleman. Might look and try and get an APC on the field, although I know he has the ticks. It could be a problem for an APC. Yeah, there's the tick tank, so we want to try and block this from getting onto a pad. There's a Venom. Venom's unfortunate. We're going to have to use the... block the tick. Use the pit bulls to kill the Venom. And then we should get first missile. Alright, we do. Very nice. Again, we'll keep blocking the ticks. Although what we need to do here is we need to kill off the Phantom so that we can use orcas on the tick tanks. So we're gonna have to use missiles for now. These pit bulls are not actually that useful, and I have like 400 Tiberium almost, so I need these to die honestly, so I can make different units. I don't know why I made another pit bull. I was just saying I need different units that aren't pit bulls, and I made another pit bull by accident. Okay, we get missiles, and then we'll get an orca. We'll go after this tick tank. We need to catch tick tanks while they're moving with orcas really, but that can be quite difficult to do. So we're going to try and catch this Phantom as it tries to run down my orca. Very nice, we do. Get the orca on this tick tank if we can. Nope, didn't manage it. Get an orca up top. And then I guess we'll just make an APC. We just need something beefy to fight his beast. I need something that kills these riflemen. Alright, let's get on the pad and Liang drone. And we'll get drone swarms to protect them, hopefully. And this tick tank just will not die. I need to get this drone swarm down bottom. Yeah, misclicked that one.
Major structural damage perceived. Unit ready. Unit lost.
We still have a lot of money, but just not a lot. There's not a lot we can do with it because our money sink is APCs, but they're just not very good in the matchup. There's an obelisk. Don't even care about that.
Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost.
We really need to catch these tick tanks, but it's not possible with a phantom roaming around, and we don't have enough anti-air to deal with the phantom quickly.
Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit ready. Warhead cancelled. Unit ready.
Yeah, we're dead.
Warhead cancelled. Unit ready. Unit lost. Nuclear weapon launch. Mission failed. 3, 2, 1. New objective.
Okay, so rifles first, go and scout. Then we'll go harvester.
Harvester ready.
Alright, so we're going to get defensive advantage here. We're going to make a second rifle, he's also going to make a second rifle. And then we're going to pull back one tile so he can't get a 2v1. And he's going to move in, but our rifle should arrive in time that we still win a 2v2 on defense.
Unit ready.
It's going to be close. Looks like we're winning just about.
Lost.
And then our third rifle arrives, and yeah, now we have
Unit ready.
defender's advantage, and we win the rifle war. This forces him to tech switch first. We're going to suicide this rifleman. Get a little bit of damage, because we don't want it eating up pop cap, and then we'll make another rifleman. He moves in into our defender's advantage, so we'll win easily. And then he goes missiles, which don't do anything in the rifle war.
Unit lost.
Makes a turret, we're just going to walk away from the turret.
Ready. Building online.
And we're going to have to walk in and we're going to have to eat some turret damage here. We're just going to keep making some rifles. I need to get this rifleman onto this pad.
Unit lost.
There we go. Keep making rifles. We'll double team his rifles. His turret's expired now. He goes Razorback. Okay, that's pretty scary. We're going to need Pitbull for that. And we're going to try and use our rifleman to kill off his missiles so we can make room for them to move up. Like this.
Unit ready.
And then we get double Pitbull for the Razorback. Alright, and we take the missile pretty easily here. Well, not that easily. We have to respond to the Razorback. This is not a good strong arm map. As you can see, the turret down there is pretty low value. And that's the best place you can put it, really. But yeah, not a good strong arm map. Alright, so he goes double Pitbull to answer our APCs. We're going to Liang Drone. Heal up both our Pitbulls and get a 2v1. And then we're going to move the Liang Drone back to heal our APC. And move our Pitbull back as well. We're just going to sit here and heal. As long as we're healing, we're actually like way ahead. Alright, so again, we're just going to easily kill his Mohawk with the APC plus Pitbull and heals. And we'll get a missile trooper just in case. In case he keeps making Mohawks. But we're pretty secure in our position now. This is a good map for my deck. It's way better for my deck than it is for his, I think. And yeah, as you can see, pretty comfortable. The APCs just form a wall that he can't break.
Enemy base destroyed.
Okay, so now we're going to do some nod games. We're going to start with the bane of everyone's existence right now, which is the Jade Chem deck. This deck is very weak to flamers and shocks, but people aren't really playing those that much in high tip right now. The biggest issue with this deck is that all your anti-infantry is also infantry. So if you have low-level chems, like I do, I know it's going to sound silly because they're level 13, but honestly, a lot of the people I play against have 15 chems. You automatically lose to higher level chems. If your opponent's chems are 2 levels higher than yours, there's nothing you can do, because you just can't kill them with any units in your deck. That's one of the biggest problems with this deck, is it is very level based. If you have low level, if your infantry is low level, then you'll struggle to fight other infantry. But the deck is extremely powerful. It's very, very good against Nod. It's pretty good against GDI as well, based on the fact that GDI just loses to Nod a lot of the time on the first missile. And if you win the first missile with this deck, then you almost always win the game, because you can just throw stuff at their base until they're dead. Alright, so we're playing XY, XY. I believe this guy plays Chem Buggy, but I'm not sure. Alright, so we'll go rifles first. Go and move up. He's gone for a bike rush, so we're just not going to make a harvester. It's not necessarily a bike rush, it could just be a bike scout. We're going to send our rifles over to his harvester spot. and then we'll make our own harvester. This way, if he tries to make a harvester, it'll get blocked. Okay, so he goes Chem buggy, so we're going to back up and try and get two lasers on defense against the Chem buggy. 2 lasers on defense. It wasn't quite on defense, but as you can see, we've almost killed the Chem buggy, and it cost him 60. My lasers cost me 40, and we did trade, so I'm pretty happy with that outcome. And he's actually conceded the game. Okay, well, there you go, guys. That's how you beat a rush, I guess. Alright, so going up against Natural Sky. This guy is well known for playing Avatar decks. So he, yeah, our game plan against him is going to be win first missile, and then kill his base with Chemical Warriors and Catalyst missiles. The Antipode asks why Militants, not Wheels. The reason for Militants instead of Wheels is, as Noidhex says, you get chems out a lot quicker, which means that you basically the deck is very all in on first missile. Like, the deck is trying to win the first missile as quickly as possible and with as much force as possible. So yeah, you want to be able to get your chems out quickly so you can win the first missile guaranteed, and then once you've won the first missile, you usually win the game. All right, so Natural Sky is obviously trying to stall the missile here because he's playing he's going to be playing like an Avatar. So we're going to go for chems because we want to make something that he has to tech switch to fight, so that he's delayed on his harvester. Yeah, there's the Venom. We're going to make some lasers just to defend against the Venom. Getting the stall is annoying for me. We need to go bikes for these Venoms. And we need to run the chems away. We need to preserve them so that when he makes missiles for the oh, he's got mutants. Yeah, of course. Natural Sky does actually play mutants a lot. Alright, this is not great for me. These mutants are pretty beefy. We're going to try and get on this pad. We do get on the pad. I'll get some bikes for the Venom. And we'll block over here. I missed that block. Whoops. We can kill his rifles though. We have all the pads now. Should be able to fire this missile. A little bit later than I'd like. 1 minute 40 is really, really bad. But he doesn't have 2 harvesters yet. Not that that matters too much. Well, I guess it doesn't matter that we how late the missile fires because we're playing this Jade deck. You can just start throwing Catalyst missiles at the opponent's base, which is what we're going to do. We're just going to go full cheese. For those of you who haven't seen this strategy before, you basically just go 2 harvesters and then just cheese their base super hard. It's really dumb. It's a really dumb strategy. It's dumb that it works, but unfortunately it kind of does. If you ever do get a chem to the base, you also just auto win. But we are going to try and run a chem to the base. It doesn't look like he's going to get there. We'll just send units towards the base, and as soon as we have vision, we'll just throw catalyst missiles at it, like so. All right, he's pop capped on units that don't shoot up, so we're going to transition into air. Also, the distraction value, you get a lot of value out of your opponent being distracted when you're doing this. They're focusing a lot on defending the base, and then they don't focus on the missiles, and then you just fire the second missile like this. Even if he wins the second missile, I can just throw more catalyst missiles. You can see his base is already down to like a quarter life. So even if he wins this missile, I can just keep throwing catalysts at the base until I win, or phantom shots or whatever. The deck is pretty broken, honestly. I would say this is one of the most broken decks right now. There's a lot of counters to it. Is the tournament meta was dictated by this deck for a while, and then a lot of people started playing GDI just to counter it. So yeah, very, very strong deck.
Bounty received.
Okay, so this time, because we know he's playing, well, we suspect he's playing a slightly more expensive double harvester deck, we're going to open double rifle to guarantee that he doesn't get any stall. By opening 2 units before harvester, we can harass him off the pads immediately, like this. This is not great, actually. I need to be over here, so I'm charging the missile at the same time. Yeah, I messed that up a little bit. I should have been able to use my 2 rifle advantage to get pads charging. So I misplayed a little bit. And now we're in stall pattern. Alright, so we're going to keep playing Rifle War. We don't want to go into chems too early, because then he'll start making venoms. So we want to go into chems when we can afford a bike squadron right after. This is what we do now. And we're going to go straight into bikes because we know he's going to make a venom. Yep, there it is. And again, we want to pressure these. We want to pressure all of these pads as much as possible. Alright, so he's gone mutants. We're going to just get as much damage on them as we can as they go past. We're going to want more bikes here. Man, the pop cap's killing me. Let's get rid of this rifleman. Okay, there's the first missile. Again, we can just cheese him. We can just go hard on the base. We're gonna make a phantom for this venom. And we're gonna go and start attacking the base with it. He's now gone double harvester. Okay, so he blocks. We're just gonna throw a missile at the base. Then we'll get a second harvester so we can afford more missiles at the base. We're gonna throw away some units as well for pop cap. We want to get some chem warriors out here. We want to protect the chem warriors from his venoms as much as possible. Oh, he's got his own phantom. That's not good. The bikes. Looks like we're going to lose this missile, but like I said before, it doesn't really matter. Let's go after the base again. Or to kill us, he needs to block us from getting the base. And then he also needs to stop all units and vision on the base, pretty much. Alright, so it looks like we're going to get at least one cloud explosion here. So pretty good damage to the base. And we're going to make phantoms and go after the base some more. We're going to run away because we know he has a phantom. Yep, there it is. It's coming in to defend. We're going to make another phantom. And we're going to just 2v1 his phantom. Then we'll go for the base again. There's an avatar. Doesn't really matter. We'll just cat missile the base and finish it off with phantoms. As you can see, this deck is pretty ridiculous. Like, this strategy is super strong versus double harvester. But that is pretty much, that's quintessentially how you play the deck. That is pretty much the exact example of why the deck is stupid and why it's broken. Because even if he's not playing a tech deck, if you win that first missile, you can just do this base strategy, and it's almost impossible to stop. Okay, now we're going to play some Fnatic aggro. There's multiple variations to Fnatic aggro. The classic variant would be with wheels and phantom like this. Because it's ladder play, I'm gonna be playing Banshee because you run into a lot more different stuff and ladder. So I want access to a Banshee to fight things like Giga Cannon and so on. I've also recently been playing Buggy instead of wheels. This is in response to the Jade meta deck. Jade and laser drones. That whole deck is pretty bad against Buggy and Rhino. And Buggy is not completely horrible. It's not enough. It's not so much worse than wheels that I'm sad to play it. Like, I'm okay with playing this to beat the Jade deck. Yeah, I can play this to beat the Jade deck and not be too sad about the loss of power against other decks. There's also a lot less tanks around, and tanks are what make Buggy bad, sorry. Establishing battlefield control. Okay. So the way we're going to play this deck is, because our Buggy is quite expensive, we don't really have a decent scout unit, so we're actually just going to go Harvester first, and yeah, if we get rushed, we're just going to have to deal with it. We're going to go Buggy as our scout unit. I think Buggy is actually, if you have a Buggy in your deck, I like opening with it, because I think it is one of the best opening units. It beats almost everything that people normally open with. People normally open with like laser drones, lasers, missiles, militants, all that kind of, or dogs, or wheels, and Buggy beats all of those. So we make Buggy. The fact he didn't make us a laser troop meant he was almost certainly going War Factory, which is why I went straight into bikes. My bikes can mirror his fine, that's not a big deal. Alright, looks like we messed up our Buggy micro. So we messed up our Buggy micro a little bit, and we did lose our Buggy. I killed one of his bike squadrons though. But we're way ahead on Tiberium still, even though we've made bad Tiberium exchanges. But we're ahead on Tiberium because he's built 3 buildings and we've built 1. Like, he's built Air Tower, Barracks, and War Factory, and we had just built our War Factory, but now we've obviously built the Barracks as well. Alright, so we're going to get the buggy on the militants. We're going to get the lasers over here to support this fight. And we're going to get a tank, because it looks like he's just going to make a lot of bikes, I feel like. There's a Chuggy. Okay, cool. I feel even better about this tank then. So this tank can clean up this Chuggy. As you can see, the laser drones lose pretty hard to the buggy. Well, not... It's hard, man, because like the matchup isn't so bad for the laser drones. Like, as you can see, the 4-man laser drone squad there easily killed my buggy. But the buggy does okay. It does a lot better than bikes, surprisingly. Like, on defense, a buggy actually ends up performing quite well against laser drones, whereas bikes tend to do quite poorly. So yeah, we're basically just playing the buggy instead of wheels. So we use our buggy as like a militant counter. Okay, we're gonna move these bikes over here. Buggy down here to fight these militants. Probably want to get some more anti-air soon, so we're gonna go for the Banshee. Get another buggy. Banshee looks pretty good against this guy's deck as well. I haven't seen that much that's good against Banshee. We're going to shoot the... Oh, there's a Phantom. Okay, so he definitely has something good against Banshee. This actually looks a lot like the Jade deck, except he has Chem Buggy instead of Chems, which I think is a pretty big misplay. I think the deck is way better with militants. Oh, sorry, with Chem Warriors instead of Chem Buggy. Alright, so let's get the bikes on the Phantom. We're going to let our buggy fight these laser drones and see how it does. Yeah, it killed 2 of them. Not terrible. I mean, obviously not great. But it is good versus militants and lasers, and it's okay against laser drones. So it's like the versatility that I'm looking for in that unit. Alright, looks like he's kind of going off on my base here, which is a little weird. Oh no. Alright, now we're in trouble. Okay, so we lost the missile, and then we also got cat missile, so we're probably dead now. This deck is so toxic. A lot of laser drones. Alright, so we're going to make some lasers. We're going to back up the lasers with a tank because we know he has... It looks like he's going for the base. It's unfortunate. I haven't got a lot to answer that. I don't know who's going to win this one, honestly. It's going to be pretty close. That Phantom might just finish off my base. Alright, it looks like the Phantom didn't finish my base, in which case we're going to win the game. Alright, pretty tight. I think the opponent misplayed there to lose that one. He should have had that one for sure. The fact he had Chem Buggy instead of Chem Warrior actually made him way stronger against the Buggies, because normally Buggies beat up on the Chem Warriors, but they don't do anything to the Chem Buggies. Alright, so we're up against Paflagon. This guy, I think, is pretty good. He has quite low levels, but he savagely abuses pop cap whenever he can. By which I mean he'll leave your squads on like 1 man, so they're useless, and then he'll aggressively try to avoid killing them. So we're going to go with Buggy and Scout. I should have gone Harvester first, probably, but it's not too big a deal. Alright, so he's gone Militants first, that's fine. If he goes lasers or if he goes straight into War Factory. Right, so we're going to make a Harvester. Looks like he's going straight into War Factory because there's no lasers yet. We're going to back up. Wait for his bikes to show up. There they are. We'll make our own bikes. He's going to try and block us, it looks like. Pretty smart play. Alright, so we do take a volley on our buggy, so that's well played by him. We're going to go lasers here, because I think he's going to react with more bikes. Oh, he's got mutants. Uh-oh. That's pretty scary. Alright, so we're going to back up from the mutants. We're going to just get some fanatics. Is he going straight for my harvester? I can't tell. No, he's not. Okay. So we'll get the buggy on the militants if we can. Get another buggy. I feel like it's going to be quite well positioned here. And we'll get the fanatics to clean up the mutants. Oh, nice. There's some flames. We can get the buggy on those. Let's get a tank for these. We need to retarget these flamers so we don't lose the missile. And we need to get the fanatics onto his mutants and the tank on his bikes. This one's probably going to be a level stomp, I'll be honest with you. Because as you can see, he's got like level 12s, and I've got 14s and 15s. So yeah, like I said, the guy is good, but doesn't have the levels. This is obviously one of the downsides of making a ladder video. This is often why I do event videos instead of ladder, because a lot of ladder games end up being level stomps. Alright, so let's go Venom. Gonna back up a little bit. We'll get the buggy to support against the Venom. We'll make some bites. Buggy does a reasonable job against Venom. Like Venom, Talon, and Drone Swarm it's pretty good against. Alright, spam some bites. Probably gonna want to tank and boost it here, getting against these bites. And then we're gonna need Fanatic follow up, because if we have a tank, he's likely gonna make mutants. He's gone for a Venom instead. Interesting. Well, we'll get some Fanatics anyway. The Venom won't beat the buggy. Yeah, the boosted buggy's gonna take care of that Venom nicely, and yeah, we can take the game. I mean, it is levels are obviously a huge part of that game. Like, it wasn't really a fair game at all, but that is part of ladder. Alright, well, Car often goes double harvester, I guess. We're gonna go bike scout, see what he's up to. Oh, there's a harvester. Let's start harassing it. So now, because we're harassing his harvester, he's probably gonna go missiles instead of second half. Oh, he goes laser drones. Okay, we're gonna make a harvester. And we'll get our bikes on defense. We actually probably want them on the pad on defense.
No problem.
Let's see if he's... Oh, he's got more laser drones. Okay, let's get some lasers. We should get off the pad as well. Alright, so let's move lasers up with bike support. Make sure a Venom doesn't show up. There's the Venom. So we'll kill that with bikes. Then get the lasers on the laser drone. Has he made second half yet? Not sure. Okay, so we got the first one up pretty easily. Let's see if he's double halved yet. He is, of course. Gonna go Banshee because it looks like he doesn't have a good answer to Banshee in the early game. I'm guessing he has Phantom in his deck. It's probably Laser Drone, Venom, Phantom triple tech. Oh, that's Cyborgs. That's not good for me. So we're gonna need Fanatics for the Cyborgs. Although Fanatics don't actually beat Cyborgs 1v1, I don't think. Alright, so we use the Fanatics to take out these Cyborgs. Then we just need bikes to take out these Venoms. And we'll get another Banshee as well. Looks like we're going to win the second missile.
I am the most underrated player out here and
there it is.
least talked about person. Hashtag sad life.
That's a Nas saying he's the most underrated player. With the thick boys. The thick tanks. So we're going to go Harvester first. He almost always opens Militant, so we're going to open Buggy. I've definitely seen him open laser drones in a Nod Mirror though. Although I don't think... Oh, his deck does have laser drones, so I definitely could see him going laser drone first here. Yep, that's what he's done. We're going to back up. Laser drones and bikes actually have a 1 level breakpoint. So level 15 laser drones beat level 14 bikes significantly harder than they should, which is pretty unfortunate for me. We're gonna go for lasers. Then we're gonna have to guard our lasers with bikes. Gone for militants, so we'll get the buggy in here. Make some more buggies. They should be okay against his units. They're pretty good against the militants and they're okay against the laser drones, so buggy not horrendous in this matchup. Problem is laser drones kind of beat them too hard. Alright, here's the first tick tank. That's going to shut down the buggy pretty hard. We're going to need lasers for that. Let's get a tank and boost it and try and kill a tick tank. Alright, looks like we're going to lose first missile. Nod decks just really struggle with laser drone Venom Phantom. That's just like the core of a bunch of different Nod decks because it's good versus Nod. But it kind of struggles against GDI. Alright, we're going to try and get some damage on this tick tank because it's moving. Alright, so we kill one tick tank. Get a little bit of damage on the other ones. Like we're dead.
Mission failed. 3, 2, 1. New objective received.
For the crystals.
Building online.
Oh, he's gone Rhino. Oh, I misclicked. I meant to build bikes. Annoying. That's a huge cost in this early in the game. Alright, let's go and scout out what he's up to. Probably gonna go Pitbull. Might be MLRS though. Jump jets. Alright, well we'll get the buggy to just fight the jump jets. Buggy does an okay job against jump jets. Then we'll go Fnatic. The Pitbull. Fine, we'll get the Fanatics on it and then we'll go for a tank. Oh, snipers. Snipers are pretty good against me. I'll get the boosted buggy to go after them. And we'll get another buggy for these jump jets. Alright, the boosted buggy shreds the snipers. And we take the missile pretty easily. Boost the tank and kill the Rhino and then go for the harvester. If he ignores this buggy, he's just going to take tons of damage. Yeah, he lost 2 models because he wasn't focusing on the buggy. So we should take the harvester here. Yep, cool. Pretty aggressive boost here, but I think we're going to get double boost. Yeah, we do. Get a fresh tank. And we'll get some more jump jets. focus on these jump jets. Sorry, Mech Fanatic. Move this onto this pad and pretty easy. Okay.
You are victorious.
Alright guys, I think that is probably going to do it for the Pro Race ladder grind video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. It's probably about four of the top decks right now. Just a little reminder, this deck, I think there's not a lot of changes you can make to it. You can change the militants for wheels or venom, but it's not a great change. In fact, you have to change them for wheels if you're going to change them at all, sorry. You can't change them for venom. But it's not a great change because you want to be aggressive early. You want to get your chems out early. I wouldn't make many changes to this deck. This deck, you can change a lot of things. The laser, fanatic, bike, tank are the only core units. The other two units are kind of open to debate. You can play kind of whatever you want. But you need something that helps you with anti-air. So you need like stealth tank, banshee, phantom. And then your other unit should probably be another... It needs to be another anti-infantry unit to give you something cheap in the early game. Preferably a vehicle. So probably wheels or chem buggy. Although if you play chem buggy, you haven't got a good scout unit. So I wouldn't do that. For GDI, the sniper deck, the Suzaku APC deck, the commander can change and the 2 air units can change. These can be like Talon Mohawk instead of drone Orca, or you can play Borka instead. I wouldn't play Borka though. The drone swarm Orca combo is the best thing you can do against Nod in the early game, and the commander can be anything but Solomon. And the other deck was my sniper deck. The core units in this deck are the first 4. Missile, Sniper, Dog, Pitbull, don't change those. But the other 2 units you can play whatever you want. Although it's useful to have something that beats 2 range like Giga and something, maybe some good anti-air. Agent Shadow's deck is Borka plus Hammerhead. But yeah, the last 2 units can be pretty much whatever you want. Alright guys, so those are probably the top 4 of the top ladder decks right now. And yeah, there's some ladder play because someone did request a ladder video, so here it is guys. Hope you enjoyed it and I'll see you next time.